Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar, along with Tim Stanovic. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. Today, with us is Bloomberg News equities reporter Alexandra Semenova. Hey, let's start with Coinbase.
Yeah, so that company got an upgrade today from analysts at Bernstein. They lifted their price target on the company to a street high of $510. That actually implies a 48% rally from yesterday's close. Analysts expect that the company's revenue will more than double by 2027 as it benefits from strong trading. They also say that Coinbase is the most misunderstood company in their crypto investment universe. Their shares have rallied 40% this month, of course, amid positive developments and legislation on stablecoins. If you look at the stock today, it's up about 1% right now, pairing a bigger gain along with the broader market of as much as 7% today, but still obviously an incredible run for this company, and analysts very optimistic on what's ahead.
Coinbase, COIN is the ticker, up 1.2% as we speak. Go ahead, Carol.
Up 40% this year,
Yeah.
right? It's been quite a run.
Incredible.
Yeah. FedEx?
Yeah, FedEx. We got these numbers late yesterday.
Yeah, not that good of a day for FedEx, and obviously not a really good sign for the broader economy because it is such a bellwether, especially in this time when we're still trying to assess the impact of trade policy. FedEx warns that its profit will be worse than expected this quarter. It also declined to offer any guidance on the rest of the year, citing all this uncertainty about the impact of the global demand environment. They cited the impact of President Donald Trump's trade war, that softening demand, and also U.S.-China shipments deteriorating sharply in May and are also still expected to be under pressure. That stock down about 3.5% right now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at UPS, also down about 1.1%. They're not apples to apples. We know that in terms of shipping companies, but both of them, I think, have not been doing so well this year. I think UPS is down 21% year to date. And you've got FedEx, I think it is down about 21% as well. So they really, it's interesting. You wonder how much more we read into it, right? About
It's been remarkable, too, to see stocks broadly brush up against record highs. But if you look underneath the surface at these individual bellwethers, they're not showing very optimistic signs.
No, it's really smart.
Also kind of dovetails with what happens July 9th when we do have the expiration of this tariff pause for many of the countries. And also with comments that we've heard from Jay Powell, not just today and yesterday, but last week with when are we going to start to see the effects of tariffs?
Yeah.
Well, we're starting to see the effects of tariffs with some of these companies.
Yeah, some of these companies still declining to offer any kind of guidance. And obviously, earnings growth is so important for the index to sustain these levels that we're at.
All right. So are you guys a Cheerios kind of person, a Trix person, a Cocoa Puffs? You're a Cocoa Puffs kind of guy.
Are you still allowed to eat Trix? They haven't been
I don't know.
Yet?
That's a really good question. I don't know if you mean in terms of the colors of the food dyes.
in terms of the food dyes.
I don't know.
I think we still have them upstairs.
Trix are allowed?
So they might.
Cheerios, no dyes.
We're talking about, the reason we're talking about this is because General Mills is one of the stocks on your move today.
Yeah, that is another one that is really feeling the impact of tariffs. It offered an outlook for the fiscal year that fell below expectations. They projected a lower adjusted profit as cautious consumers limit their grocery expenses. The company also anticipates a volatile operating environment, saying that consumers will be seeking value pressured by tariffs. General Mills sees a 1% to 2% hit on its cost of goods from trade policies.
So you wonder, right, are they going to pass it along to consumers or do they eat it and that hits into their or cuts into their margins?
We've seen so far that companies haven't done that, but you know, once we approach this tariff deadline, what happens then?
Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs.
I know Carol Massar is a Cheerios person.
Every morning.
Every day.
Honey Nut Cheerios or just the regular
The plain
Cheerios?
ones. It's supposed to be good for cholesterol. I don't really have any major issues, but it's like it's supposed to be a good thing to like kind of rein it in. And you know what? I spill them all the time. I'm just like a toddler. They're like all over the place.
That's the fun of it when you're eating cereal.
It's really
They offset
messy.
the French fries, right?
They offset the French fries.
Yeah.
That is so true,
Yeah.
right?
You got French fries and Cheerios. It's all good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.